This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a website, a domain or an online store, then make it with Squarespace. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are filming another Let's Talk About video. It feels like ages since I've done one of these. To be honest, like, I've missed it because I do love sitting here and rambling about random things to you lot. And today, by the title, you will know that I am going to be rambling on about my first year of A-levels. I'm going to try and not talk for too long because my Let's Talk About videos have become quite infamous for how long they are. So I'm going to try and get through what I want to say quickly, but I thought this video would be good because, as you will know if you've been a viewer for a while now, I filmed one of these kind of videos back in October, I think, so a month after I'd started my A-levels, talking about kind of like my first impressions, how I was finding it, and I thought it would be good to do like a follow-on towards the end of the year. Obviously I haven't finished yet, I've still got like 3 or 4 weeks left, but I finished my mock exams today. I had my last exam today, so like the year's basically over. I've got work experience, I've still got other things going on, but the year is practically over, so I thought now's a good time to film it. I would just like to quickly apologise for my appearance. It is so hot in the UK right now. We are going through a heat wave, and to make matters worse, I've had to close my windows to avoid background noise, and also I've got a studio light right there, so if I get increasingly red, as I am now, then that is why. So I may as well start by talking about mocks because obviously, as I said, I've just finished those. They only lasted 4 days, but I had 6 exams in 4 days. If you didn't know already, the A-level subjects that I take are history, biology and English literature, and the reason that they're mock exams is because obviously this is my first year. I'm in year 12 and we don't actually have official exams this year because all of my A-level courses are linear, so I just have the official exams right at the end of the second year next year. So like our mock exams were kind of like the equivalent of AS exams, but we don't get like a qualification out of them. But they are what the teachers base our university predictions off, so I'm still hoping that I've done well. To be fair, they did go quite smoothly. They went a lot better than I thought they would go. I thought I would be a massive ball of stress and I'd come out of all of the exams thinking I've done terrible, but I didn't come out of a single exam and go, that was awful. All of them went smoothly, apart from today's biology, I must say. Our paper 2 was like, was it breadth or depth? I feel like it might be depth. The one that doesn't have the multiple choice in it, if you do OCRA. I had that today, and lots of it was like all that theoretical like application questions. And those are the ones I always do the worst on because I think I've written something logical down and then none of what I've said is in the mark scheme, and the mark scheme is really specific, and yeah. But overall I think I have done okay. I am hoping for 3 Bs because they were saying that they're going to base our predictions like 1 grade above what we got, and I need 3 As for some of the courses that I'm looking at, and you know, that's what I kind of want to get at the end of year 2 anyway. So I'm hoping for 3 Bs. I will update you on somewhere on my results when I receive them, although I don't even know when I'm getting them back. So I forgot to say right at the start, but I just want to do another disclaimer, which is obviously everything I'm saying in this video is my relative opinion. I know it's obvious, but some people still get offended over things that I say, and I just want to reiterate that everything I say is my personal opinion. What I'm saying is only representative of my experience. It's not representative of anyone else's experience. Everyone's experience is completely different, so just bear that in mind with things that I'm saying. This is my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, you know. So in that first impressions video, I talked quite a lot about how I found it very overwhelming at the start, and it was a big jump, and that is like the case at the start, but now I'm a year on And honestly, despite how big a jump you feel it is at the start, you just get used to it. Like, you just, as long as you go with the flow and you keep up with your work, then honestly you just get used to the workload, and yeah, basically you just get over the jump. And even though like there does seem to be loads and loads of content to get through at the start, like you do get through it. Like, I'm halfway through my course now, which is just a crazy concept. Even though I thought it was really overwhelming at the start, then definitely now I do feel more like secure in my position. And I think that like now with mocks I've kind of gone over all the AS content and I'm like, okay, like got this, now let's move on to A2, you know. So I wanted to quickly talk individually about my subjects. History, the workload is so much. Like, the workload for history is honestly still like double the amount for my other two subjects. But to be fair, that's just because there's so much content, and it's fine as long as you keep on top of it. If you don't keep on top of your homework and your whatever you have, A-levels, and it builds up, that is when you get into problems, and that's when you get stressed and all the rest of it. But I think I've done a fairly good job of keeping on top of everything. I think I've done a fairly good job of revising history, even though I felt so unprepared for my exams. But yeah, history is fine. English has been a bit of a bumpy ride this year. English, it's hard. It feels like such a hit and miss subject with me. Sometimes I'll write what I think is a great essay and get not a great grade. Other times I think I write a really bad essay and it gets good grades, and I'm just like, oh, what is going on here? Also, our teaching, things, I'm so reluctant to say things because I think that they're going to watch this, but they probably won't. But anyway, we had a bit of a problem with teachers this year because it was their first year of teaching A-levels along with ours, and the two teachers that we had very different teaching styles. One of them taught in a quite basic manner. It kind of felt very GCSE like, but not even as advanced as our GCSE English class. And the other one taught teachers in a very like academic, like lecture-y style. And we just felt as though like we weren't getting the full thing that we should be getting out of it, and we all felt very kind of like insecure in it, in like our abilities and like how much we've learned. And I don't know, it's hard to explain. I couldn't even predict you what I've got in my mocks. I can't predict you what I'm gonna get next year. So that has been probably my most inconsistent, like worrying subject. Yeah. And then biology is like honestly fine. As I said in that video, it is for me the easiest to like revise and work for because it's like rote learning. And I thought it would be the smoothest one, but revising for mocks, trying to learn all the AS content was hard because there is so much of it. But one thing that I did for biology that I think paid off so much was I made flashcards going like through the year. So after we'd finished a module or a section of a module, I would make flashcards, and that helped me so much because then when it came to mocks, I already had all the revision materials that I needed. So that was great, and that made my life a lot easier. I didn't do that for history because I honestly didn't know how to revise history. Like throughout the year there was just so much of it that I got quite overwhelmed, and I was like, how the hell do I learn all of this now? And I only then started making flashcards like at the end, like in the month before my mocks, and I still haven't finished making my revision materials for history because I just didn't have enough time. So if you are year 11 and you're going into year 12 next year, I definitely recommend making resources as you go along because it will pay off so much when it gets to mocks and obviously when it gets to year 13. And I do want to finish making my revision materials before year 13 because then at least I know that I've consolidated all of year 12 before I start all the A2 content. Also in that video I talked a bit about what I wanted to do in the future, and this has changed so much since then, and I do have more of an idea now. In that video I talked about wanting to do history at Oxbridge. I don't want to do anything like that anymore. I don't want to go to Oxbridge, and I don't want to study history anymore. Now I kind of want to do like a business related course, and I don't know at what uni yet. I do want to film a whole Let's Talk About video about like what I'm thinking about uni and like the courses I'm thinking of and the places I'm thinking of applying, so I don't want to talk too much about that in this video. But yeah, over the course of this year, my view on what I want to do in the future has completely changed, and I think that's fine. Like, I don't know how they expect you to know right at the start of the year, because A-levels do change your perspective so much, and that's why I think it's important to take subjects that you know you like, and through those subjects you will find a passion for something, even though I know I don't take business, but you know what I mean. I'll talk about that in a different video, but yeah. Also, I think the social aspect of sixth form has been really good this year. I've definitely made new friends, even though like my sixth form is quite small. I feel like I've expanded my horizons more. Like, obviously I have my two best friends, Ellie and Amaya, and we are still like a really close friendship group, but I feel like I have lots, like, more friends that are in different groups now, and like I've merged a lot more with people instead of just being in like a little friendship group all the time, and that's really nice because obviously I like socializing. It's nice to socialize with people. And yeah, also I've been one of the social event coordinators this year as part of the sixth form council, and that's been a really fun job because I like organising events like that, and I have made an effort to try and make sixth form fun this year for all of us. It has kind of like trailed off a bit towards the end, I'm not gonna lie, but we have done things like we went for a Toby Carvery meal together at the start of the year. We had a Christmas meal, we went to an ice hockey game, and then we've done like little challenges within sixth form as well. So I organised like, oh, we had a mince pie eating competition, we had a pumpkin carving competition. When it came to Valentine's Day, we did different challenges, like we had a yoga challenge and like a chocolate decorating competition. We did Mr. and Mrs., which was really fun. And yeah, it's just been like a good experience in that sense, and I have applied to be head girl next year because I would love to like have another leadership role. So I will update you on how that goes and if I get it. So that was basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. It has felt like a bit of an overview, but that is just how I've been feeling. It has been a good year, to be honest. I can't believe like it's almost over. As I said, it's not completely over yet, but it basically is. And I'm halfway through my A-levels. Like, what the hell? I have to apply to uni when I get back in September, which is just mad. And then this time next year, my exams will already have been over. So as I mentioned earlier, this video is very kindly sponsored by Squarespace, and I just want to quickly talk to you guys about what Squarespace is if you are unaware. So basically it is an all-in-one platform that allows you to really easily create a website, a domain or an online store. They've got loads of templates that they are continually adding to, which makes it really easy for you to create a website, and that is great because if you're like me and you've got no idea when it comes to techie stuff like web design or web coding, then templates are great because it means that you can get the look that you want without the complicated faff. It doesn't just have to be a website though, you can also set up or transfer a domain, and you can also set up an online store where you can manage like your inventory, products and orders. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could even set up a blog where you could document your A-level experience. I think that's a good idea. I mean, personally, I would definitely read that blog. But yeah, if you've got any idea really, then you can definitely make it with Squarespace. So I will put the link in the description to the Squarespace website where you can sign up for a free trial. And when you are ready to launch your website or your domain or your online store, then you can use the address that I will put on screen now to get 10% off your first purchase. So yeah, that is basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are in year 12 like me, then do comment down below your experiences of year 12, how you're feeling for year 13. I mean, if you're year 13, then please do also comment. If you're year 11, comment. Just everybody comment. But yeah, anyway, as I said, if you enjoyed, then do make sure to like, subscribe and follow my social media, which will be linked down below in the description. Bye guys!